The world is only 9 meals from chaos. 3 days without food, and your neighbors will be completely different people than who they are on a Thursday afternoon. Because we have had such a comfortable, God-given hand, we live with this constant thought that it can't happen to us. It can't happen to us. When we look at the degradation, when we look at the decay of our government, of our communities, we can blame it on whatever leader we like. Kingdoms rise, kingdoms fall, kings come and go. Times get tough, times get good. We as people get complacent, we get lazy, then we get hungry because we've created a pretty nasty bed for ourselves. And after we get hungry, we go out and we start working hard again. In the midst of that cycle, the only thing that I can try to do is to just try my best to hold on to what I know is right, no matter how many people disagree, and just saying, I refuse to bend. No matter what, I refuse to bend. You could take it all from me. You could take my life. You can take everything that I've worked for, but I refuse to bend. And I think the more that Americans allow themselves to stop being reactive to all of these symptoms and be more in tune with what the actual cause of it is, which is just a spiritual problem. And we allow ourselves to kind of get back to that sense of community where as people, we can dial in and we can focus on each other. We can learn to love our kids in the way that they need to be loved so that we can lead them in the way that they need to be led. Whereas men, where we can love our wives like Christ loved the church, so that when it comes time to really be that thermostat in our homes, we can set a temperature that is comfortable. Not where the whole house is hot because dad doesn't have his stuff together. God, I don't have the answers and I don't always get it right. I need your help. I need you to guide my steps. I need you to guide my thoughts, because the journey from my mind to my fingers is so much shorter than I know. It doesn't take long for something in here that's wrong and corrupt to get to here. And before I know it, I've made a mess out of everything that I love. If I'm going to find balance within my family, if I'm going to find balance within my community, if I'm going to find balance within my nation, within the world, my view has to be constantly inward, looking upward. And I'll be the first to admit that most of the time I'm distracted because I'm looking outward. Who are you on the inside when the world is shaking? When the winds blow and your house starts to crumble, who are you? Can you still be a thermostat in tough times? When all of a sudden the world that we knew and were so comfortable in gets flipped upside down, can we hold on to that balance when everything doesn't make sense and we're about to lose everything? And it's coming. I'm telling you this, it's coming. The majority of us are not ready for what's going to happen. And as it rolls out, I feel in my heart that I just have to get on here and I have to encourage you guys to just try to find some type of joy in the process and just trust what God is doing. As a broken person that loves Jesus, that follows Christ to the best of my ability, the hardest thing is trying to find the balance when things are out of balance on how much grace do you show and how much force do you show. If the country that I love is going to change drastically, if the America that I know tomorrow is not the America that I knew yesterday, who am I going to be in that America with what's down the road for us? We've got to look inward and then look upward. It does not matter who's in the White House. God is on the throne. It doesn't matter who your leaders are. I know who mine is. All of this mess will come and it will go. And he will still stay standing at the end. And that's where I want to be.